today's episode of Chew Views, I will be making a quick stop at highly regarded fast food franchise, In-N-Out Burger. Since I'm a native Californian, I know this location pretty well, and they're very consistent. Always a high level of quality, always a decently sized line, but a line that moves along smoothly, and always great service. So right now in this line, it looks like I'm about 12 cars back from grabbing my meal. It's not unusual to go to one and see 25 or 30 cars in the drive-thru. And just for a reference point, it's 3:56 right now. So we'll see how long it takes for me to go from nearly the back of the line all the way up to the front.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking. What can I start?
Make it a double with grilled onions and chopped chilies. One order of animal fries.
Okay, would you like anything with drink?
No, thank you.
And will you be doing that inside your car?
No.
So I've got a double with grilled onions and chilies and animal fry, no drinks to go. That'll be 804, please.
Thank you. I think it's important to note that the aroma when you're in the drive-thru or anywhere outside the restaurant is very, very strong. It's great. Just smells like grilled onions and cheese. Alright, just got my meal. It is 4:12 right now. So that took, man, I can't even remember what time I said, but I think I said it was 3:56. Like on a moderately crowded visit to In-N-Out, the drive-thru might take you 15-20 minutes. I should note, it's a Friday and I came here like before 4 o'clock, so it might get super crowded around dinner time. Like, that's an odd time to come to In-N-Out. Or, you know, that's just an odd time to eat in general. So, yeah, you can expect a pretty packed drive-thru at your typical In-N-Out. They do their best to make it a pleasant experience, you know. Everybody there is super courteous every time, very friendly. You'll rarely catch someone even having a bad day, or at least, you know, from the outside. So I love the service there, always. Oh, super cool bonus that I should mention. I asked them if I could get a couple of their paper hats. So yeah, pretty cool. In-N-Out will hand out their paper hats that their fry cooks wear to anyone that asks, completely free of charge. It's not really important to most people. I've never even asked for them before, but it is kind of cool that they do something like that. I should also mention that In-N-Out will typically ask their customers in the drive-thru if they're going to be eating the food in their car or not, and that's because they package it a little differently if you tell them that you are going to be eating it in your car. Yeah, I guess it makes it like slightly more convenient so you don't have all these bags. They'll give you like these little cardboard trays with your food, so you could like set it on your lap, I guess, and, you know, just eat it that way. Alright, so when you go to In-N-Out, one thing that you can always expect is totally fresh produce. When you go to In-N-Out, the iceberg lettuce is always super crisp. The tomatoes are always ripe. They're always big. They're always juicy. And the onions are, you know, strong, flavorful. The peppers, I mean, you name it, it's fresh, it's juicy, it's good. Maybe an underrated part of their burger is the buns. The buns are super tasty. I mean, I like every component of the burger, but the buns are always really wonderful, and on a lot of fast food burgers or any burger chain, the buns don't really stand out. A lot of places are using brioche buns now. It's like kind of a trendy thing. You go to Carl's, you go to Wendy's, McDonald's, pretty much everybody's adopting this brioche bun, and while it looks pretty, the taste rarely stands out that much to me. I mean, sure, it's better than what they were using before, but you know, they're nothing too special most of the time. But the In-N-Out buns are always on point. I can't explain it, but they've got a little layer of moisture that sits on top. The buns are not damp though. They're not damp whatsoever, or they're not mushy. They grill them on the underside, and then the top kind of has a layer of, I don't even know what it is. It's probably grease, or it could be just steam. Could just be steam. Could be water. But whatever it is, it's delicious. It's delicious every time. Something that In-N-Out does that kind of helps their burger to carry this classic California taste is they have what's known as their spread, their secret sauce, aka Thousand Island dressing. Thousand Island complements the freshness of everything so well, and lots of popular burgers use it. The Mac sauce on the McDonald's Big Mac is pretty much Thousand Island. Bob's Big Boy uses a variation of it sometimes, depending on how you order the burger, and countless other places do it. Yeah, In-N-Out, the Thousand Island is just, it's great. It works perfectly. I have some friends that don't like Thousand Island in general. They'll order it without it, but if you're going for your quintessential In-N-Out experience, the Thousand Island is the way to go. Last but certainly not least, the meat and the cheese. I'll be honest, I've never had an In-N-Out burger without cheese. I think the way they use cheese is just almost unmatched. It's super simple. They just use high quality American sliced cheese, and the cheese has some thickness to it, whereas if you go to, say, McDonald's, they use very thin sliced American cheese, and this In-N-Out stuff really carries some flavor and some richness. So if you get the double and you have 2 slices of it, you're in heaven. And that is if you like cheese. Now, I've heard some people complain about the fresh, never frozen beef, and they say that the beef doesn't have much flavor, or that's usually the complaint I'll hear, is there's not much flavor, but I find the beef to be a perfect complement to the rest of the burger. I've never noticed anything off-putting about their beef. I've never found it to be dry, and it always tastes fresh to me. But, like I said, that'll be up to you to judge. But as far as I could tell, that's some good stuff. I should note that the beef patties, they're smaller than what you'll find at, a gastropub or some restaurant where they use these, thick, juicy patties just dripping with grease. And I actually like that a lot. They're heftier than like a McDonald's Big Mac patty, those little flimsy sausage patties. No, they're really good. I think it's as good as it gets for a fast food burger. It's exactly what I would want. I should talk about the fries. I talked about them a little bit earlier. They're different than your conventional fast food fry because they deep fry them in like cholesterol-free oil. So they're trying to obviously lower the amount of cholesterol in the fries, but it also gives them a different flavor, and they use fresh potatoes every time, and they freshly cut them and fry them right there for every order. I've heard criticism from people about their fries. I could see what they mean, but personally, I don't have a problem with them. They're not my favorite fries, but I don't think they're weak by any means. I would take them over most fast food locations' fries. I'm partial to McDonald's fries, and I like crinkle cut fries like you'll find at Shake Shack or Del. But In-N-Out's fries they're up there for me as far as fast food goes. Well, I hope this review was enjoyable for you and informative. Don't forget about the paper hats, and be sure to follow us on social media. We're currently on Twitter, and we're going to get on Facebook as soon as I have time to set that up. Be sure to comment below if you have any requests, suggestions, or any recommendations. We're happy to try them. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, and I'll have more videos for you guys soon. Thank you for watching Chew Views.